It is I, your favorite, Papa Renzoy. Well, probably not your favorite. But today we're gonna be. I want to do a live stream talking about the new Spider-Man game. I was gonna play Spider-Man the game, but it's currently updating, and I have to work soon. And I really wanted to talk about it because I just saw it. So we're just gonna play this and kind of talk about it. So let's get on with the things I really liked. I am a huge fan of Spider-Man, okay? And Tom Holland as Spider-Man is amazing. The chemistry between Tom Holland and all the cast in like Homecoming was spot on. When he was in the Avengers, spot on. And this one's no less than perfect. Like this movie was riveting and amazing from beginning to end. One of my favorite things about the new Spider-Man movie. Hold on one sec. So, okay, sorry. One of my favorite things about the new Spider-Man. Let's actually get some gameplay playing, so it's not just like me talking. So one of my favorite things about. I don't want these kids. They fucking hear me. How do I? Okay. New player. Okay, I just want to mute everybody because I don't want to hear them. So, one of my favorite things about the new Spider-Man is like I said, the cast and crew and everything. The new Spider-Man movie, what's up, Dave? The new Spider-Man movie is fucking so awesome. Like, there's like so much going on in it, and Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio does a really, really good job. He really sells it. And as a fan of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, and oh look at that watermelon camo, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, and just Spider-Man in general, and especially Tom Holland, um, it's just so cool. And I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you, but there is a little thing at the end that if you've seen Sam Raimi and you're a big fan of Spider-Man, you're really gonna pick up on some of these things. And I love how they play it like it's like a teen romance movie, but it's also a superhero movie. Like it's not just one type of film. And honestly, that's kind of what makes this game as good as it can be. Or game, pfft, I'm playing a game. Makes the movie as good as it can be. They need to hurry up and get us into a lobby here. Let's do hardcore TDM. Um, a lot of the times when I go to see like superhero movies, like for Endgame, for example. I love that map. Or I keep saying map because I'm playing a game. I love that movie. I really do. It was almost 2 hours long, and well, it was 2 hours long. It's almost 3 hours. Sorry. And every part of it was nothing short of amazing. There, I will be honest. There was some times in the beginning where, like, right after, I'm gonna spoil it because it's been out for freaking forever. Right after Thanos gets his head chopped off in the beginning act of the movie, um, it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, cause it kind of like goes downhill, and the movie's just kind of there, and it's not like that good. It's just kind of them sitting around, but also it has its moments, and it's pretty good. Can I like get in a game? Like, oh my god. Um, there we go. So, like I said, it's kind of like it's like a double negative. It's like a double whammy. So the good thing is it really kind of brings out the characters and it really shows like them being heroes outside of fighting crime, which is really cool. Like Captain America was leading a help group, like getting people's lives back together, and it's really cool because in an Infinity War, the half the world got snapped, and then Endgame everybody got brought back, and Spider-Man Far From Home it really builds off of that moment, like because you have to think people are getting snapped away, like they're gone completely, and it really like takes away them out of their lives. Like if you were flying in a plane and the pilot got snapped away, the plane's gonna fall to the ground. You know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff. Someone's taking a shit and like they're mid shit and they get snapped away. They're gonna come back with the shit right back there. I know it's kind of weird to think of, but like all that kind of stuff. And honestly, it's just really cool to see how that kind of played out. And Spider-Man: Far From Home, as I keep boasting about, was nothing short of amazing with that because it like left off just like it happened. Like they called it the blip, and so many people's lives were changed because I mean, holy crap, half the world just disappeared. And they hold the Avengers. Oh crap! They hold the Avengers as heroes, and they are, and they held Tony Stark as like the biggest hero of them all, and arguably he was, but it wasn't just him. You know what I mean? And if you've seen Endgame, you know that Tony Stark gives his life, and this movie really fucking shows the touchy side of it, and it honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not one to like, holy crap, I don't know where my aim went. I'm not one to get all like emotional when I'm watching a movie. Like one of my favorite movies is Titanic. Okay, fucking judge me if you will. That movie is awesome, and I didn't cry during it. I mean, I cried like not for the actual film, because I wasn't that invested in the characters, but I cried because I'm obsessed with the ship and like the actual tragedy, like that shit, like the opening credits. That made me sad, but like at the same time, it's just kind of I don't cry during movies, but this honestly made me feel. What is this guy, bro? He's not bad. One of like I said, it just made me feel like I really feel because Tony Stark in a way was Tom Holland's dad, so to speak, because he didn't really have a dad. Like he didn't really have parents, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, they didn't really describe it. All he had, as we knew, was Aunt May. And while Aunt May's done a really good job of like making him this kid running around with melee weapons, he's got the same camo as me. Imagine that. It's just amazing, and the even Aunt May, like the chemistry between Aunt May and freaking uh Tom Holland is nothing short of genius. Like it really feels like real. It's not just like some rushed. It honestly feels like it's like a real relationship, and that's one of the things I really like about these Marvel movies, especially like the newer ones and how they tied them in together because it's so well done. And I gotta give them props for that. Like putting in all these characters into this movie, into that movie, and then tying them all together and killing off half of them in Infinity War and then bringing them back and describing like because like and I hate to say it, but in some movies like if something catastrophic were to happen, okay, G.I. Joe, for example, G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Zartan became the president, right? And in a way, they kind of did tie in really good, but like it wasn't perfect. And they're making another like they made Rise. Fuck, what's it called? What the hell is that movie called? Uh, Rise of Cobra or whatever. It was like the newest one. It's not really new anymore, but what's up, Taras? They they really kind of like they killed everybody. Oh, he got me. They killed everybody, and it was just kind of like, holy crap, this is big ballsy for like a movie. But then they haven't made another one, and I feel like if they did, oh Jesus, my aim. If they did, they wouldn't be able to like put it together as well as Marvel did, because like I said, half the freaking universe was killed, and you have to like kind of go through and rebuild your life. And Endgame really took up the stakes because it brought everybody back, and then freaking Far From Home, like really just kind of took the cake and was just like, hey, like half the universe was dead, and it's not like the fact that half the universe was gone was not ignored. Like it's a huge issue, and it still is, and it really just adds to the movie. Okay, so onto the plot without spoiling anything. This kid. Um, the whole plot of the movie, when I was like getting like when I was first watching the movie, was a little confusing. In the fact this kid is running around with melee weapons, bro. Wow. Sorry for the shitty gameplay. I'm not very good at this game sometimes. But it's really cool to see how they do some of these things. And really kind of add to it. I'm really like, when it comes to like these types of movies, I'm kind of like on the fence about like how much I enjoy it or like, you know, how to judge it because I don't want to come off as too much of a hater when it comes to these, but like when some movies deserve the hate, like okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. The Force Awakens was good, but not amazing. Like I liked it, but after several viewings afterwards, it was eh. The Last Jedi was the worst Star Wars movie I've ever seen, and then because of that, I refused to watch Han Solo because they don't know how to make a movie. The last good Star Wars movie I saw in like modern time was Rogue One, and Rogue One, which apparently a lot of people, some people didn't like, I don't understand. Rogue One was so freaking dope. Like the fact that they had the balls to kill off I mean they kind of had to like tie it into the Star Wars, but like the way they did everything was just so freaking cool. And it really just kind of it's really entertaining to see them take on these like broader picture films, I guess. Man, I want some of these guns. I have this, I have this, I have this, and this on Xbox. I don't have this. A lot of these guns I didn't have. But um yeah, back to what I was saying is like especially with The Last Jedi, that movie was so freaking bad. I hate the new Star Wars. I hate it. I don't like any of it. It's just disgusting. It's a cash grab, and yeah, Solo sucked ass. I never watched it. I refuse to. It's stupid. I think that a lot of the things wrong with Star Wars is they're trying so freaking hard to make it something it's not. Make it a comedy. That scene in The Last Jedi when the bridge of that rebel ship blew up and Leia started floating through the air is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. How quickly Rey was trained, and Luke Skywalker, when he was training, he failed numerous times. Did you ever see Rey fail? No. Rey was always like getting on top of everything and doing really well, and that is the shit that pisses me off. In Spider-Man Far From Home, he got his ass beat. In Homecoming, he got his ass beat. And you know what? The other hero that was helping him in the beginning of the film, of the new one, was so much better than him. And he was even like, why do you need my help? He can clearly handle it himself. And it's disgusting how they make these, like, how they pass it off as a movie. Like, what was the whole point of that whole chase scene? What was the point of Holdo? And sometimes I feel like I'm not trying to like I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but like they'll put characters in a movie just to like get rid of stereotypes just because people are like there needs to be more women in Star Wars, which is fine. Like I'm not against there being women in Star Wars. I'm not against there being black people in Star Wars. In fact, I love diversity, okay? We need more of it. But if you're gonna add these characters, you have to make them actually put a point in the plot, like and actually be worth it. Cause they put Rose, okay? Rose was the most useless character ever, and they make Finn useless too. Finn could be so much more than he is, but instead he's a coward. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits there and like whines. Of course he's using an automatic shotgun. Like he just runs around. Kylo Ren, like there's like I said, there's so much shit they could do. And Rey, they make her so overpowered that I don't even care about her. Rey is my least favorite person in all of Star Wars. Everybody hates Jar Jar Binks, but at least Jar Jar Binks made a freaking point in the plot and actually did something, I dare say. Even if he is like supposedly a Sith Lord. Oh my god, these kids are up my ass. But it's just, my point is if you're gonna have these things, if you're gonna add these characters, make them have a point. Everybody in Homecoming had a point, whether it was comedic relief. Dude, really? whether it was comedic relief or just kind of to help Peter grow as Spider-Man and as Peter Parker. Like, and even the not. Oh my God, dude. Why? Um, or even the subtle nods to the previous movies, especially Endgame. The Last Jedi pays no mind to The Force Awakens. Like, it's like The Force Awakens was its own separate entity, and The Last Jedi is the only piece of Star Wars literature that exists. And I'm sorry, but it sucked. Why am I getting double team? Oh, thanks for the can. Thank you. It's pretty dope. I got it like 2 summers. This kid. Um, yeah, like if they're gonna do like a Star Wars, if they're gonna continue making Star Wars every fucking day or year, I'm sorry, excuse my language, make it good. Don't put out piece of craps like Transformers. This kid, I literally hate you. Like Transformers, my God, like what did you do? Like it used to be so good, and then they started killing off the actual characters that I don't know, and then they added characters and they didn't. I'm not gonna get off on Transformers. I was talking about Marvel, and I got sidetracked with Star Wars because Star Wars triple kill. Star Wars. I used to love Star Wars. I don't like it anymore because it's fucking become some cult classic because of the wrong reasons. And I'm not going to sit here and support that bullshit. They're putting out bullshit on the TV. People are like, Marvel makes a movie every year. But you know what? Every Marvel movie to date has had an impact leading up to Endgame. Has had an impact. Even Endgame has had an impact leading to Homecoming. Far From Home, sorry. And therefore, it's superior to the shit they're putting out with Star Wars. Like, if The Last Jedi would have anything to do with The Force Awakens, it'd be another story. Oh my God, I just killed myself. The Last Jedi is an atrocity and will forever be known as my least favorite Star Wars movie, unless they fucking manage to fuck it up even more, which is possible because they don't know what the fuck they're doing with Star Wars. It's really annoying. I used to hate seeing Disney with Star Wars, and when I saw when the Clone Wars got canceled and Rebels got put on, at first I hated Star Wars Rebels. Okay, what the fuck? I literally hated Star Wars Rebels. It was just trash. But as the season started to go on and they started exploring more things, I was like, this is actually not bad. I don't mind this. This is cool. And they tied in like Darth Maul. Wow. They tied in Darth Maul and it was really cool. I liked it. Oh my God, I literally suck at this game. But unfortunately, I'm just gonna fucking play it and have fun. Or use a shotgun. What was I saying? For the Star Wars TV shows, they weren't bad. I've never watched a single Marvel TV show. I got double teamed. They weren't bad. I'm literally fucking hating my life. The Star Wars TV shows weren't bad, and when I started to get into the fucking when I started getting into Rebels and started getting good, they started to they canceled it. Same with the Clone Wars. They left the biggest freaking cliffhanger. Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, and then I saw they were revamping it, and I was kind of scared because Disney owns Star Wars, and Disney's all family friendly, which is cool. Like I get that. Like that's your biggest. Disney's all about kids movies and stuff, and they're all about. Oh my God, you're fucking trash, bro. They're all about like kid friendliness, which again I support. But I was scared for the Clone Wars because if you recall, David, the Clone Wars got really violent, did it not? Like that show was violent. And it was awesome for it. It was Star Wars violence. It was super cool. Like clones were getting blown up. They even had the the bugs. Who's the kid with the shotgun? Why, it's 27 and 12 for using an automatic shotgun. You're trash, bro. You're trash, Brock. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, Clone Wars. It got really violent. Uh, Rebels? Rebels was not violent at first. Like, they wouldn't kill stormtroopers. Like, nobody died. Fuck that. They wouldn't kill any of the stormtroopers. Like, they would honestly just, they'd get stunned and they were fine. Like, no, dude. That's not how Star Wars is. You saw Rogue One. Rebels were getting blown up. Stormtroopers were getting blown up. That's Star Wars. Freaking Darth Vader cut through an entire line of rebels. That's Star Wars. Freaking, for God's sake, Kylo Ren got sliced in the face with a lightsaber. Sliced. And Finn got sliced in the back. You're telling me that certain Star Wars characters would die by that, but just because they're your new characters that they're not gonna die? Like, that's just some balls, dude. And honestly, it pisses me off. Like, you can't say it's Star Wars and then do that kind of shit. Like, it's stupid. Marvel, they've killed some characters, okay? Quicksilver, has he come back? No. Vision, has he come back? No. Loki, has he come back? No. Tony, will he come back? Probably not. Captain America, will he come back? Probably not. They're all gone. Tony Stark snapped away Thanos and his entire army. It hurt him, and it killed him. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, it's like kind of like a weird argument because like you could argue that a lightsaber cut is not as powerful as the Infinity Gauntlet snapping somebody away, but like in a way, it's still you can see why I'm angry. Like I have every bit of right to be angry because one, I'm a fan, and two, it's not cool. I can't fucking find a lobby without people being trash. Um, see, I'm gonna make a shotgun. Dare say I'm gonna use this. Okay, well, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta go to work soon. But I just wanted to say, one, thank you all for watching. And two, if you haven't seen the Spider-Man movie or Endgame, do yourself a favor. Well, first you gotta see Infinity War, Endgame, and then Spider-Man. There's also an after scene credit in or I keep saying Homecoming, Far From Home, that if you've not seen Captain Marvel, you won't get it. So, you might want to watch that, or at least see that. Like, I understand what's going on with Captain Marvel. Do yourself a favor and watch it. Support. Like, it's a good movie. And see those, and don't waste your money on this BS. If Star Wars is going to continue doing it. Like, I saw the new trailer for the new Star Wars, and I've never been so, like, unhappy. Like, I'm just like, yeah. I'm so happy. Like, wow. Star Wars is just... I used to love Star Wars. I still do, in a way. It's held dear to my heart. And in many ways, it's, like, my soul. Same with Lord of the Rings. But if they're gonna continue and desecrate it the way they've been doing, I'm not gonna do it. Like I love DC too, but they just don't know how to make a movie. Now that the Joker movie, I feel like that could be good. Like it looks interesting. I'm not super excited to see it because, again, DC's done nothing right. But well, except for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was really good, and Aquaman. That's why I really liked Aquaman. But like I said, do yourself a favor and see Far From Home. It's really good. It'll be out in theaters, I think. I think it's out now because we saw a special showing. It's either out today or tomorrow, um, for everybody to see. But it is really, really good. 10 out of 10. Would recommend if you have not seen it. But if you have, those of you who have, let me know in the comments section what you thought about it. Also, in the comments section, if you guys want to, humor me. Are you going to defend, can you defend the new Star Wars movies? Can you defend anything about Star Wars? Because if you can, I'd love to hear it because I don't see anything good about it. Like maybe I'm just being a hater because everybody's all about it, but there's a lot of people who are in the same boat with me and don't like it and think it's trash because in a way, it kind of is. It's atrocious that they think that Star Wars fans are gonna buy into this bullshit. And in a way, we did. Okay, some of us did buy into this bullshit when we bought tickets and saw this movie or saw that movie. And I hope to God when the new Star Wars movie comes out, it's not as bad as this other one. But I will see you guys on the flip side. I might do a live stream when I get home from work tonight. Thank you so much, and have a good one.